The big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
This is Jim.
Hello.
Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now...
I have customers out the door!
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with a promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are cloudy for our Monday. It's a cooler day, though. Temperatures in the mid-70s, certainly cooler than yesterday. A few isolated showers are going to be possible, especially closer to the evening along our coastline. We're going to repeat this pattern again tomorrow. Skies remain mostly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-70s for your Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/creditcard.
The football postseason lives on iHeartRadio. Official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
Fox Sports Radio.
Seattle is the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Or local stations that bring you the games live.
Touchdown, Denver!
iHeartRadio brings you all of it. Just open the iHeartRadio app and search football to dive in.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station. Brains, beauty, and more intelligence than Greek and Dom combined. Brandy's keeping everyone in line.
It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Played that one on repeat today.
What happened?
It's been a lot. That one in particular.
Yeah, they love to kiss your ass. I'm offered you a pedicure, manicure. I mean, come on. What else could go right?
I don't know if you noticed, but in the last break, he said that he went yesterday and got a mani-pedi.
I didn't say that.
You did.
Go yesterday.
When did you go? The day before? You said something about going over the weekend and you got one.
No, I didn't go yesterday. Yesterday I was busy.
What about Saturday? Did you get one on Saturday?
Saturday morning.
So he doesn't need one at all. He just wants to go with you.
I'm offering her to go because I had some time to kill. I'm doing a nice gesture as a friend.
Well, what were you going to do? Just sit there? Because I got one?
Yeah, just rap with you. Oh, this is nice to you. I interview people. I usually interview people with other radio stations because you couldn't be around and we go get pedicures and manicures, sit next to each other.
The secret is he's going to be giving you the mani-pedi.
No, I couldn't do anything. Weird. Yeah, that's I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't
allow that to happen either.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that? I can't do that. I can barely start my car in the morning. Dom's in the building. We don't know how much longer.
He's in the building. You're in the building.
Woohoo, I made it.
We don't know how much longer.
Okay, DB.
DB. Franny's in the house.
Hi.
She said no to a manicure pedicure, but said,
well, I just got one, so I don't need it.
That was nice. She said, but you can send me your credit card and I'll go in the future.
That is not what I said.
Time for a trifecta.
Take a gift card.
Riders up. It's Creek's trifecta.
Down here. Lost their coach to Michigan, but they had a great season. So hats off to FAU Owls getting a W yesterday. Miami Heat, not good for them. They've lost 3 in a row, and they're not playing good right now. They lost by 12 last night to the Thunder. Not surprised. And we got 7 days and we're counting it down. Indiana, Notre Dame. Indiana and Miami. Excuse me, Notre Dame. What am I thinking? Miami's is getting 7.5 at Hard Rock Stadium. If you want to go to the game, you're better off maybe flying over it because you're not going to get in unless you got a lot of money. Or you're
skydive into it.
Maybe skydive or sleep in there with somebody. Dom's going to be there. Did you get your ticket yet?
No, I have to go pick it up, press credential and all that.
Ooh, you're if I don't go to the game, I'll give you money to get me a program.
Okay.
And maybe a
little hat.
A little hat, yeah. Give you $100. It won't be enough. No, we'll try. That's the only reason why.
I thought you were going.
I am.
Oh.
But I'm saying if I don't, you never know. Last minute I might change. But the Greeks trifecta is sponsored by New York Prime. Always a great place to have dinner. Tom, you won't be there anymore this year.
So this is weird. Do you guys know how to sew?
Absolutely not.
Do you know how to sew?
A button, yes. I could sew a button if it came off.
Okay.
Yes.
That's impressive.
That's nice. I'm not a big sewer either. I can sew a button too, maybe do like a terrible hem, but I wish I did. My mom is a fantastic sewer. Like she used to sew our Halloween costumes and even like her outfits when we were kids.
Your
and
mom
stuff.
did everything.
She does everything. But my girlfriend Michelle's the same way, and I'm like, man, I really need to pick up sewing. But it looks like it's really not just that thing that what women do. Sewing isn't just a women's hobby anymore. They're saying across the U.S. and beyond, more men are picking up needles and threads for simply mending projects to making clothes and DIY creations. They say experts and hobbyists say the pandemic helped spark this shift, pushing people to learn home economic skills and giving men a chance to explore creativity and practical making, like sewing, knitting, without the older gender stigma attached to it. They say what used to be seen as an activity for women is now drawing more of a diverse crowd of makers who say that they really enjoy the craft for fun. Self-expression, real-world skills. They even say, especially because they said the pandemic had a lot of people learning how to do this. Now they're saving money. You don't have to go get alterations because they're learning how to do it themselves. So I was just curious if you were one of the guys in the mix, but no, you guys do not know how to sew.
I always think it's a good thing to learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tailoring is extremely expensive.
It is. I mean, also to get my pants hemmed, and I have to because I'm a nugget. A lot of times I really do.
30?
It's like, $20 to $40.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is. I'm like, sometimes it costs more than the pants itself that I bought. When I bring it there, I'm like, what?
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
If it's costing more, then maybe it's not worth it.
I know.
Yeah, tailoring's a lot. Maybe you break a zipper, button on a jacket,
I
something
do
like
have
that.
to learn.
But yeah, it could be expensive. Dry cleaning as a whole is very expensive. It really is. But yeah, and also read your labels if you're doing anything. A lot of stuff you can wash at home. You might not realize it. Cold water, woolite, hang it, boom. And they're making.
Oh, look at you.
Well, I mean, come on. I know all that stuff. And also, they're making a lot of clothes today where, you know what, you don't even need to get them pressed anymore. You know, a lot of different materials. Just hang them on a hanger and boom, you're there to go, which is good for a lot of people. But dry cleaning is expensive. It really is. I mean, I shocked some of the times the prices for dry cleaning.
Well, how much clothes do you bring there?
No,
Me, I bring a suit maybe once a year or twice a year.
Yeah.
You bring 60 suits there.
Yeah, no, I don't bring as much as I used to, but once in a while. Yeah, most of it, you know.
Like dress shirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's it. Or if, you know, I'm out and, you know, I'll bring anything that I go to cigar bar because, you know, you get to send in there and then it's gone. So that's something. I wash it first, then I'll bring it in there, maybe to press.
Oh, look at you. You wash it first for them.
I don't trust them. Plus,
but then they're washing it. I don't trust them.
Well, if you get it laundered, sometimes just to get it pressed, I'll bring it in. Like I'll say, I washed it at home. I just want it pressed only. That's what I do a lot of stuff with my stuff.
Okay.
So because I only need it to be pressed. But I did pick up an iron a couple weeks ago, so get the towel out.
Look at you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Is it out of the box yet?
Yeah, it is. I'll send you a video.
We became a steamer household. It used to be irons, and now we don't have an iron board or anything. We just steam everything. 47142, start off with Real Radio. I don't know where this came from, but it says, Frady, just a reminder, 2 people having sex is a twosome, 3 is a threesome. I'm single, so does that make me handsome?
Oh, man.
I know. It says, Greek, I think you could have no problem taking down the guy you kept walking over to look past his seat to watch the UCLA game. You said he must have thought, what's this kid doing? Checking out my girl? He had to be old to call you kid, is what they said.
Oh, that's nice. I was just using that as a figure of speech. So I think he was like 87, to be honest with you.
Oh, it makes sense.
Fort Lauderdale, so you know the whole situation. Yeah, I don't ever want to think anybody macking on their girl. You know what I mean? So that's just one of those things where you're like, ugh. Anyway, it worked out for UCLA anyway, so that was a good thing. 877-927-6969. Who do you think the Dolphins should get to coach the team? Do you have anybody in mind besides the obvious choice? Let us know. You could also bet on that. You can bet on who the Dolphin new coach is going to be, which is pretty exciting. Decent odds. I don't think they get him, but we'll see. I hope. It would be
Harbaugh, you mean?
Yeah, I would be excited if they got him for the team and the organization. I would think if they get him, it's the only shot that they got to turn this thing around. If not, not going to happen. When you look at teams like the Chiefs and the Patriots, like you think the Dolphins, next 20 years, you don't know what's going to happen, but I don't know if I can see them going to a Super Bowl based on what's happened in the last 25, that we haven't even won a playoff game. I'm hoping for the best because I want to see the Dolphins do good. But if they don't get a good coach, it's going to be difficult for it. You can call us or text us. Also, what's something people lie about to make them more desirable? I've heard people lie if they're divorced a couple times. They maybe cut off one of the numbers. Like if you're divorced 3 times, you say twice. But I don't think people care. I don't think people care about that. I had a girl one time ask me if I'm on any kind of like medication, because that was really important. Her last boyfriend was on a lot of medication. She said it affected it. I said,
Was
no.
it 65, 75?
No.
Yeah, like what kind of medication are we talking?
I don't know. Antidepressant.
Okay.
You know, I said no, but I might be after this thing.
That's a weird question to ask somebody. Are you on medication?
Yeah. Oh,
Very
yeah.
weird.
She said it was a major problem.
But I guess, like you said, that kind of medication, because sometimes if they're not on their meds, they're a different person.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're going to get.
That's what she
yeah.
said that's what was the problem. Like she goes, it was like, you know, Heckle and Jekyll. One day, one thing, one day. And then some days she said it was totally off the board because he would take more. You know, so people are on that. I could see that. But, yeah, questions you get on dates are crazy anyway. But everybody's different. You know, just get to know the person. Pretend like you're interested. Let them talk about their life.
Pretend.
So good at this.
It's a show. I do that with my friends. They crack up. They go, "You're not on the radio." I'm like, "You're right."
I know. It's not. He does it during the breaks, too. Would you guys wear makeup if it was, like, starting to go mainstream?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Because they're saying that,
G-Man would.
like the same thing with sewing. They're saying men's makeup is shedding this old stereotype. We see rock stars, they wear makeup, eyeliner, stuff like that. But they said it's regularly becoming a part of many men's routines. It's a lot of the Gen Zers and social media are saying thanks to that. But young guys are no longer embarrassed to try a dab of concealer or a little brow gel. Some start with a bit to look less tired and quickly find it normal to use products they once thought were just for women.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
They said with social media, it helped push the shift by spotlighting male creators and everyday guys experimenting with makeup. And it's catching the attention of big retailers and brands. So stores like Ulta and Sephora are noticing more male customers browsing and buying makeup at the stores. They say while the industry sees this as one of the last untapped markets to grow, for many young men, makeup has become less about gender and more about feeling polished and confident. I mean, that's it. Like, I don't understand why men never really picked it up anyways, especially teenagers and stuff, because everybody can be so mean. Like, if you have a blemish here or there, like, girls put on concealer, put something on to cover it up, and guys never did.
Because guys think it's not,
masculine.
Yeah, and then, you might think you're playing for the other team, something like that. If you do any TV and...
Oh, they all wear makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of makeup they put on, wow. I mean...
You do feel, like, clownish. Like, I've had makeup done for stuff like that, for photographs and TV, and when I look at them, I'm like, oh, my God. Like, it's so much. Like, I hate it. But then when you see it in the pictures on television, you're like, oh, it looks good.
Yeah.
They do it for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, they're professionals. They know.
Yeah.
I worked for CBS for years when I was doing a Greeks trifecta with them. I didn't do it. They offered it to me, but I was like, no. But again, I was only on.
You're like, look at this face. Do you think I need this?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying. But
That's what I thought.
I think absolutely. I think a lot of times, guys, that's one of the reasons why. Same thing with a manicure, pedicure, anything. They think that in their mind. They're like, ooh, I don't want to do it. I'm not masculine. But again, if it's helping them, I mean, first of all, COVID and the whole social media and the internet changed so much. Like plastic surgery, how much that went up crazy with people. That people got involved with that. And plastic surgeons didn't think when that first happened they were going to benefit, and they did. And that's not covered. People always, there's ways that maybe they can mask it for a nose job or something like that. But for the most part, it's like your bookmaker. You got to pay. And it's not inexpensive. I mean, some of the numbers, you'd be like, whoa. I'll keep my nose. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. I think the more things that you can do for yourself, obviously, you're going to save money. Cooking. I am going to look into probably taking a cooking class.
Well, yeah. Did you start? I know, Dom, you said you wanted to start learning in 2026. Have you done anything about it?
Let's see. Have I cooked anything yet?
Anything in the past 12 days?
No. I've heated up some stuff, but no, I've not actually prepared.
Well, it's still early. It's still early.
Yeah, so it's only 12 days in.
Exactly.
All right.
I got to know the basic stuff, like how do I turn on my stove? I mean, that's the first thing. That might be something. Never used my dishwasher. My microwave, I think I've used once. One time I used it. And that's about it. But I might want to try when they have that place down in City Place they just opened up. What's it called? The new place, Franny? At
Italy?
Yeah, I might try there because I went there for lunch during a holiday.
They have cooking classes?
They said they're going to start it on the second floor in March.
Nice. Oh, yeah. You were saying that. I forgot.
So something like that, maybe something like that. I'd be like, hey, how do I turn on my stove?
Well, sir.
That's all I need to learn.
I don't know about making pasta and everything like that if I'll be able to handle it. But you never know. You know, you can pick up on it.
I know, but you love pasta so much, you should learn how to make it.
You're
you
right.
should.
Yeah. I think if I had somebody to cook for, it's a little different. You know what I mean? I always tell my friends that.
Yeah, but it's nice. Cook for yourself, and you just make a little extra, and you take it with you to lunch the next day.
Be cool. Have a little
You're like, that's not happening.
Lunchbox?
A little lunchbox.
You should.
A little G's on it.
Of course, it has to have cheese on it.
Well, yeah, we got to promote the brand. 877-927-6969.
How mad would you be if I went and got some G stickers that were car appropriate and I put G's on your car?
I wouldn't like that.
Oh, I know you wouldn't.
I wouldn't like that.
No?
No, I wouldn't like that. No.
What, you want a G's everywhere?
No. Or only certain things. I don't want anything on my car, even though I hate that freaking color. I'll probably end up getting another white one.
Is that what's going to happen?
No. I'm not. I don't want to be
kidding? He's going to BMW.
I had a Beamer once. I had two actually once.
I was going to say, no, I think he's a Benz guy all the way.
Yeah, I had a BMW one time, and then I bought another one, and I thought my lease was up, but I had another year. So I had two for a year. That was what a storm. I remember the girl I was with, she's like, don't tell me you went and bought a BMW today. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, you have another year left. I go, no, I'm done. I'm done. She goes, no, you're not. And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. So for 2 years.
I know. He didn't even realize.
I didn't realize. I had a white one and a black one. I switched off. Big problems. But yeah, my dad lost it. Oh, my God. He was just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Like, I don't think all the time.
I said, man, you get
Obviously.
upset. I said, you're really getting upset. I said, but guess what? I'm going to save on mileage.
47142 started off with Real Radio. Says, Greek, are your eyebrows manicured? Like waxed, not just plucked, the random hair and a trim here and there? I'm talking waxed, like a woman. You get your eyebrows done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same person for years.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I like massages. Who doesn't? I mean, if you get it done, then
No, that's different than massages.
It is, yeah.
That's a little different than getting a massage,
Getting
buddy.
your eyebrows done is way different.
If you don't want it, you don't have to. I enjoy it and I do it. What are you gonna do? I don't care what you guys think.
We know that.
Especially you, Domster. You're in the blank box today. Started off with management this morning. Good thing you brought all that money with you. You had 3 envelopes this morning. And when you first came in, you remind me of Kelly, my ex-girlfriend, the mannerisms. Because there were situations.
I closed the door.
She would close the door, take off her top.
Oh,
and then
whoa.
she would
Did you take your top
I
off?
didn't do that.
No? Oh, okay.
Because I would send her once in a while to pick up money. And then she'd be like, I took out a little out of the first envelope, but the other 2 totally good. And I'd be like, how much? And she'd be like, not a lot. Relax.
1,100.
I'd be like, what am I doing? She would always ask me on Monday, if you're jammed up, I'll go meet somebody. I'm like, no. I said, I don't want you to end up in Argentina sometimes and end up on a milk carton. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. Remember, it's pizza week, so you got 4 more days to bring us pizza. Special shout out to the great gentleman. Franny, what was his name from Gator?
Alistair, thank you.
Oh, my goodness.
Will you be quiet over there? We got a new keyword for you coming at you every hour. What's the hands in the face?
You.
Next time you want a winner in football, I'm going to tell you to kiss my ass.
And by the way, that keyword, you got a few more minutes to enter it, is pay. Take pay and enter that at realradio921.com.
Thank you, Franny.
welcome.
Dom, good job as always. Your punishment is you get another hour with me.
Ooh.
Franny, great job. Thanks for being honest and saying you don't need a pedicure or manicure.
Yeah,
That
of
would've been
course.
nice.
I
I
went. Yeah.
went with you. So you could have just went on your own.
No, I thank you for the offer. Thanks, Dom. Thank you for listening.
I'll take a Chanel bag.
Yeah.
It is the
We can go
Penthouse.
shopping at the Gardens Mall. They have a Chanel store there.
Ooh.
I'll
It'll
do
take
that.
some time.
I'll do that.
They got the Louis Vuitton store.
But you want Chanel.
I do.
I don't want you to
Decisions.
I mean, think about it. Flip a coin.
Okay. Enjoy Stage. It's a great place.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to hang
It's one
out.
of my favorite restaurants.
Oh, okay. You want to come?
No.
It is the Penthouse. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Bye.
The radio station that all the other radio stations listen to. You're welcome. Real Radio 92.1. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Accident has a Lake Worth Road shut down westbound from Jog Road to Suncrest Road. Forest Hill Boulevard is your alternate. Expressways look good along the Palm Beaches. No major incidents on the Turnpike or 95. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Okay, real talk. You're worth more, and your car's worth more at GimmeTheVin.com. They buy everything, cars, trucks, SUVs, even exotics. Rough, clean, average, they don't judge. From $3,000 to $300,000, and they come to you. Go to GimmeTheVin.com, get an instant cash offer in 60 seconds. They even show up with check in hand. Top money, quick transaction. That's GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Ugh, PB&J again. It's the third time this week.
Moms, packing lunch shouldn't be stressful. FreshFromFlorida.com has plenty of quick, delicious lunch and snack ideas to help freshen up lunchtime. Just look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop for locally grown, in-season fruits and veggies to please even the pickiest eater.
PB&J again. With Florida strawberries? Thanks, Mom.
Packing lunches has never been easier. Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
When my wife and I got married after both graduating law school, we didn't have two nickels to rub together. Ultima had to give me her gas card just to drive home. We never could have imagined that one day we would have the largest injury firm in the world and $25 billion in money collected and counting. As good Catholics, we had 4 children fast. They all work in the firm today. Our family protecting yours. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. But our greatest gift was years away, grandchildren. Today we have 6 and counting. It's the greatest joy that we have ever experienced. I think about them all day long. Our family promises to protect your family should you need us. Call us. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com and make sure you hug your grandchildren. God's final gift to us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We all know Goodwill. But did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The Equus Television Network is on, and now you can catch Equus Television subscription-free on your favorite smart TV platforms like Roku, Apple TV, Android, Amazon Fire TV, Google TV, and more. Plus, now you can catch your favorite equine podcasts on the all-new Equus Radio Network, on the Equus mobile app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Experience equestrian events and social happenings from around the world when you tune in to the Equus Television Network. Plus, features on equestrian lifestyle, breeding, horse health, and equine documentary film. Catch the latest horse-related news from around the world every day with Equus Television on-the-scene reporting. Tune in now to find out how you can attend the top horse-related events in the USA and around the world. Rodeo, Grand Prix, World Championship Polo, Global Dressage, Triple Crown Thoroughbred Racing, and so much more. Watch today on your favorite smart TV platform and streaming absolutely live at EquusTelevision.net. Join the millions, subscription free on the Equus Television Network.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now, 800-200-0788. 800-200-0788.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line. But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are cloudy for our Monday. It's a cooler day, though. Temperatures in the mid-70s, certainly cooler than yesterday. A few isolated showers are going to be possible, especially closer to the evening along our coastline. We're going to repeat this pattern again tomorrow. Skies remain mostly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-70s for your Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. The once-a-year sale and clearance is here. Upgrade today with Mattress Firm's quality selection of top brands. Let their sleep experts find the perfect bed to help transform your nights. They make sleep easy.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. From the gridiron to the hardwood, from the strip to the sports book, the action starts here. This is the Greek Zone, breaking down the lines, spreads, and matchups that matter. The Greek Zone, sponsored by Duty Calls, all your waste and sanitation needs. Here's the Greek. Let's make some money.
Yeah, it is a Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend, and I hope your pockets are a little bit full and you made some cash. Always sponsored by Duty Calls, 813-800-POOP. Duty Calls handles everything for the Hard Rock Stadium. The games, concerts, car racing, anything's going on. Soccer, Duty Calls hands it. Maybe at a construction site. Call them today at 813-800-7667. Maybe you need them on hand to help you out to handle all your waste issues. They'll take care of it. Duty Calls. I am the Greek. Also want to thank everybody on a Monday from Fox Sports 940, Real Radio 921, and 1230 The Gambler. We got one game tonight and one game only, and that is Houston. They're taking on Pittsburgh. Most people are on Houston, and the line is 3. Over, under 38. Low over, under. I do like Aaron Rodgers as far as prop bets for completions and attempts. I think that's something that he's going to go over both. I think he'll be thrown quick and often. One thing about the Steelers is they love to run the ball. I don't know if they're going to be able tonight. So if he can't run, what is he going to have to do? He's going to have to pass. His attempts are 33.5, and his completions are 21.5. I would bet both. I bet his completions, and I would bet his attempts. I think both of them are good bets. So maybe you guys want to mac on them and win a little cash. And if you do, that's great. If you lose, don't worry about it. Don't bitch to me. 31.5 is minus 120. So if you're new to the program or new to sports betting, you got to bet $120 to win 100. Still think it's good for both of them, for completions and for attempts. I think Aaron's going to be passing a lot. And also on attempts, it is minus 110. So there it is. That's just the play. Everybody does like Houston tonight. I would check the weather. It looks like it's going to be nice. It's the last of the playoff games after a weekend of wild card. And we did see some good games. You got the Rams beating the Panthers 34-31. Interesting game. Rams were up 14-0. And they were at like the 15-yard line, 4th down. They didn't make it, and all of a sudden everything changed. And the Panthers were in it from the beginning. Underdog. Then you had the Packers and Bears. Line was like -1. I thought it was a weird line. But the Bears came back again. Unbelievable fourth quarter in that game for the Bears. And what the Packers did. There is speculation. I don't know if it's true or not. Fourth quarter, Bears scored 25 points to the Packers 6. That's how you turn a game around. No doubt about it. There is speculation that the Packers might let go of their coach. I don't think that should happen, but we'll see. They lost to them twice in the last month. Bills and Jags, our only representation here in Florida. And Bills won 27-24. Probably the longest sneak in years. Josh Allen was like at the 10. It was 4th down and 1. People thought he was going to get a yard, and he just ran it in. One thing I thought the Jaguars did at the end of that game was when it was 4th and 1, they let him score because you didn't want more time coming off the clock. I thought that was smart, but what ended up happening was they threw a pick, and that was it. Big surprise of the weekend was the 49ers and Eagles. Not only did the 49ers lose Kittles in the game, they have so many injuries. They're like a mash unit, and they ended up winning 23-19. I expect problems with the Eagles in the front office and changes. That team's had drama all year, and they came off a Super Bowl win. I'm a little surprised about that. I really am. But I don't know if you'll see A.J. Brown there next year. And then last night, you got the Chargers taking on the Patriots. Patriots win 16-3. Very quiet game. Not much going on. 1 touchdown, Henry on a pass, but that was it. Chargers had a couple times in the red zone. They just couldn't get it in. Herbert played good at times, but he was another one getting beat up a lot, got sacked a lot. But, yeah, they didn't play well. But in a playoff game, if you don't play well and you can advance, that's a big plus. So hats off to the Patriots. There was 5 games. Tonight is Game 6. This is it tonight as the Houston takes on the Steelers. That game starts at 8 o'clock. So it'll be good. I have plans for dinner. And then after that, I'll go grab a cigar and maybe south. Let me a little bit souther than usual, maybe down to Brickell, and see what goes on and watch the game. Should be an interesting game. Steelers are home, obviously. They're going to have their crowd going crazy. People are talking, is it Rodgers' last game? I don't think so. I think he comes back next year with Pittsburgh or maybe Minnesota. Also, the quarterback for Houston doesn't have a great record in the playoffs. That's something to look at. Is this pressure going to be too much for him? We'll see. Houston's got a great defense, probably the best defense in the league. You're going to see Rodgers do a lot of rollouts. You're going to see him also quick passes a lot of times today. And a lot of passes to the backs.
G-Man, for the receivers, what do you think of Nico Collins? You think he'll go over?
What is it?
His over is at 73.5. Minus 115 odds.
Yeah, I also think something I would bet on him as long as reception, because when he goes to him, he goes
It's deep
long.
sometimes.
It's usually deep, or he breaks a tackle. So Nico Collins, I think he's somebody I would look into, no doubt about it. That's their main threat on offense. There's no doubt about it. Schultz, too. Schultz is a main threat for them. I like him for his yards. Receptions are good, too, but I'm not a reception guy. I'd rather have a yards because then you never know. It's harder to hit, obviously, but, one missed tackle all of a sudden. Schultz, I might even put for a touchdown because I got to tell you, the tight ends have been lighting it up. We saw that yesterday in the Philadelphia game, a couple of them. Collins, though, I would do yardage over or longest reception, either one, because I think he has the potential to do it. Maybe more yards than longest reception, because that could happen by anybody. But Aaron Rodgers had a good season. Not great, but a very good season. Better this season than what he went through with the Jets. So I do expect him to have a good game. Obviously, with Pittsburgh, when Watts is in there, they're a totally different team. High winning percentage when he's in. When he's not in there, man, it's different. And they're not the same team, but he'll be putting pressure too. Anderson for Houston is a beast. Probably one of the best defensive players in the league. You'll be watching him tonight up close and personal. But it should be a good game. Got the 4-letter network on the TV in the studio. It looks like it is a little windy. So, again, that's going to add to what I said about, him throwing little dinks and donks getting down the field. Rodgers is not going to have a lot of time. He's just not with this pass rush. So I do see him doing that and throwing to his running backs. That's something that he did last time they played. It worked out. But a home team getting 3, I mean, there's a lot of guys who have bet. They're like, I'm not doing that. I'm not going against that. So it's up to you. What are your thoughts on the game tonight? You like Houston?
I have no say on which way it's going to go, really. I told you my one pick for tonight is going to be, hold on, let me pull it up. It is the over for the Pittsburgh Steelers kicker.
All right.
He's at 1.5 kicks. Chris Boswell, it's at minus 155, so they expect it's high odds right now,
You never know. Again, watch the wind, because
Yep.
if it's windy, that's something you got to be. Buffalo and Denver next week on Saturday, and Buffalo is minus 1.5. Don't understand that line at all. At all. Denver's home, and they're getting a 1.5. Ooh. San Fran and Seattle, they're going to do it up again. Seattle's minus 7. Man, the last time they played 2 weeks ago, Seattle shut them down. I mean, they could not hit water if they fell off a boat. So I can't see this changing. And they lost Kittles. That's another one. Then you got the Rams. Sunday at 3 o'clock taking on the Bears. And the Rams are 3.5. Man, that's a surprise, too, in that game. And then we'll see what happens with the conclusion of this game tonight, Houston and Pittsburgh, and see what happens with them and what their line's going to be, the winner, as they take on the other opponent. But, yeah, it's a little crazy. It really is. From all the games yesterday, too, in the AFC, they would play the Patriots. So it would be the Patriots against Pittsburgh or Houston. And both of those games would be good. Again, Pats didn't play a great game last night. They didn't. I think it was a combination of a lot of things. Might be the first time for May in a playoff game. But that offense that was so explosive didn't look explosive last night.
Yeah, May, I would say, looked a little bit more sloppy than usual.
Yeah. He didn't look the same last night. But his first game. So, I mean, into the playoffs, so we'll see what happens for him. Tonight, this is a guy Rodgers has been in a lot of playoff games. He also knows to rise the highs and lows in these playoff games. So, I don't know. I do think Pittsburgh with 3 could be a tempting bet for some people. But we'll see what happens. I know yesterday, Dom, you liked Buffalo. You thought they were going to win the game. And I
told you by 3 points, too, right? I told you I feel totally different than how the spread was.
Josh Allen had a great game. He really did. He pulled it out. Because, again, it's one thing to play good, but it's another thing when you're on the road and you got to have a drive to win. And he did that.
And he was beat up, man, left and right.
Yeah, he got hit hard a lot yesterday. He had a nice pass to Cook. Played very, very well. His legs are still something you got to worry about. Obviously, he runs. And I think those quarterbacks that do run and keep the plays alive are a big factor.
They said that the last game last night, that the winning team most likely would be determined based off which quarterback ran more. And it showed Drake May ran more, and that team ended up winning.
Herbert ran a lot too, though.
He did, but Drake May ended up running more. I think he actually ran double as much as Herbert.
I don't know about that. I think Herbert had more yards.
Unless at the end, I know in the beginning Drake May was running a lot more than him.
Yeah, I thought from what I seen, I will pull it up, that it was the other way around when you look at it.
I don't know. But
Herbert had 10 rushes for 57 yards, and May had 10 rushes for 66 yards.
Yep.
Yeah, so same amount of attempts. May had more.
Yeah, but the announcer said it right at the beginning that he feels whichever player ended up running more would lead their team to the victory, and that's how it ended up.
Well, they're both young. You know, I mean, that's not going to be a debate tonight because Rodgers isn't going anywhere.
No.
Rodgers under over. Check that. It's probably 1 yard. It's yard and a half. He might get one. He's also worth it for his rushing. It's probably, I think the other day, it was a yard and a half. So that was interesting. He ended up getting it twice.
Yeah, it's a yard and a half right now.
Yeah, there it is. What are the odds on that?
Minus 115.
Yeah. So Rodgers rushing, unless it's like, you never know. When a guy expects to pass, even Rodgers, you know what? Something breaks down. If he looks, hey, man, I can make a quick scramble, he'll do it. He's not what he once was. When he was younger, he was great at it, kept a lot of drives alive. Also, he was a sneaky good runner, his maneuvering. Now, not so much. He's never doing a QB sneak. He's not. They don't want to get him hurt. In fact, when they do a sneak, they bring in other players, and he stands in the back with his hands in his pocket. So, yeah, it's definitely, obviously, it's like any other gamble. You got a shot. It's 50-50. But the good thing with that is if he gets one, he's done. So you're like, all right, I got a shot if he gets one, and then, you're always in it. But I still wouldn't take it tonight. I definitely wouldn't. When you look at the odds to win the AFC Championship, the Patriots are the favorite. Minus 215. Then the Bills plus 250. Broncos are 250 too. I am surprised with having the best record in football and same amount of games now after the bye that they're saying that Patriots are first, then the Bills, then Denver. A little surprised about that. I would think it'd be the other way around because Denver had the best record, and you just think that they would be. Also, like I said, with the Bills, they came across on the road. They're going to have to go on the road again. So that's interesting. But there's been times before where teams have done it. The Giants did it years ago where they ended up doing it. So Buffalo's got to go to Denver. Tough assignment. And, again, tonight the winner will go to Patriots. But this line right now does not make sense to me. I'm going to ask Teddy Covers, who's going to join us from WagerTalk.com, why is Buffalo minus 1.5 and Denver's home? Over-under is 46. San Fran and Seattle, over-under is 45. Rams and Bears over under 51. Not surprised about that. But Bears, like I said earlier, fourth quarter, 25 points. Man, that's a ton.
Brady Matthews must be happy today.
Yeah, he is. He's going to call us tomorrow. He's probably still a little drunk.
From his wedding.
You got the Celtics and taking on the Pacers tonight. Pacers plus 5.5. Celtics coming off a loss. They ended up playing the other night when they got beat by the Spurs. Other games in the NBA, you got Utah and Cleveland. Cleveland 12.5 over the Utah Jazz. You got the Sixers playing Toronto. Sixers laying 3. Brooklyn getting 3.5 for the Dallas Mavs. Lakers 9.5 over the Kings in Sacramento. You got Charlotte and the Clippers. Clippers 4.5 over Charlotte. First game, they're back. A lot of times road trips, teams don't do good the first game. That might be something to look at. And maybe look at Charlotte plus the 4.5. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, Lakers taking on Sacramento. And one thing with the Lakers, check who's playing every time. Just don't assume.
The Lakers are playing Sacramento again?
They're playing them tonight.
Okay, because wasn't there a little beef? Did you hear about that little beef that happened with Dennis Schroeder backstage?
Yeah, with Luka.
Yep.
Yeah, and he got suspended, so he's not playing. In college football, you do have the big national championship 1 week away. Miami plus 7.5 over under 48.5. I mean, Indiana just steamrolled everybody this year except Penn State. Miami's home, obviously, going to be at the stadium, but we'll see what happens. There are some guys who are all over Miami. There's regular square guys that bet just occasionally, and then there's sharpshooters, and those are the pros. They're called the wise guys, and there are a lot of wise guys who like Indiana. Miami's going to have to pretty much do one thing. They're going to have to run the ball. and be successful running the ball, and I would say over 150 yards.
And I think they have to catch some of those interceptions because they had a couple chances with Ole Miss that they could have had 2 or 3 interceptions that they right off their hands.
That's why those guys are on defense. They don't play offense. No, they did. They had 3 or 4. There's no doubt about it. Again, Miami's had a great run. They were 25-1 to win it all, and they're right there right now. Started with Texas A&M. Big shocker beating Ohio State. The Mississippi game, we did talk about it. A lot of people talked about the conclusion of the game where it should have been called pass interference, and the Canes got away with one. Was it pass interference? Yes. The difference is in college, people forget it wouldn't have been at the goal line. It would have been at the 20, one more play. Could they have scored? Yeah, they could have. But I think a lot of people go back to the Canes when they got screwed years ago against Ohio State when one referee said the game was over and the other referee came out of nowhere, game pass interference, and Ohio State ended up winning. So I think that's where a lot of people's minds go. Like, hey, we got screwed. He could have definitely called it. There was no doubt about it. But there's no guarantee he would have did anything from the 20. They were at the 35. But when the game was coming to a conclusion and there was like 52 seconds left and my friends were texting me, oh, we got it. I'm like, you don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think even Dom, you might have. And I'm like, man, this kid can do it. And in 2 plays, he went to the 35.
Mm-hmm.
So just like that, that's why I don't like prevent defense. Throw the kitchen sink at him. Put him under pressure. Maybe you get picked. Saw it yesterday with the Bills and Jags. You know what? Bills came with a full team. He got picked off. You don't know, but I'm not going to let somebody hang in the back on a chair, and you know what? Eventually somebody might get open. And then if they catches it, then you know what? They can sprinkle to success. So I'm not a big advocate of that. Put pressure on. Said it for years. You can't throw on your back, but you can pay your rent on your back. And I'm not giving a guy time. I'm just not. Tonight will be an upset if Pittsburgh wins. I think most people are going to be on Houston. I think predominantly all the money's going to be on them. I would say 75% nationwide will be on Houston tonight. Pittsburgh home. And like I said, that's a big advantage, them being home. I also expect a low-scoring game, like most people. The over-under is 38. So I think most people figure, like, hey, this is going to be a low-scoring game. Maybe Houston ends up winning, who knows, 16-10. I don't know. Rodgers does scare you, though. That experience matters. It really does. And even if the team starts doing bad, he's been there many times. I would assume he's been in at least 15 years of playoffs. He's been playing 19 years. I would think 14 and add a couple. But he's very steady when it comes to these games. I don't think he's going to get too high or too low. But I think it would take stones to bet Houston tonight. I think most people are going to be on Houston laying the 3. But, like I said, Houston's also a team. They're a young team still, and we got to see how their quarterback does. That's the big thing. Pittsburgh's going to throw the rush at them. Yesterday, a lot of the games, if you were watching it, a lot of different views for the defense and how the defense was settling back. Buffalo did it a lot with the Jags.
Gee, man, do you think C.J. Stroud would be doing some running today? I think he's at 12.5, his rushing.
I think so. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I would definitely think C.J. Stroud is going to rush. There's no doubt. 12.5, yeah, I think that's a good bet. Because Pittsburgh's got a good rush. Watts is going to be after him. So maybe, maybe not so much assign runs, but I think I could see him breaking away, trying to get a first down.
Breaking to the sideline almost, running out that way, trying to get a first down.
And when you're doing these prop bets, take it from me on Saturday night, they are on the money. The money, when I tell you. Right there. 2 Saturday night, Love had 11 yards. His over was 12. Right there. Williamson, he had 20. His over was 21.5. They don't miss. They know. And, I mean, it's right there. So a lot of times you see a line, you'll be like, oh, man, I'll take advantage of this. It just, if it goes over, it does, obviously. It's sometimes just a break of the game. And it's just a quarterback. I mean, just him seeing, hey, I got an angle to run. Now, most coaches don't want their quarterback running, especially during the playoffs, because he gets injured, he's done, and then your whole season's over. The season's over. Buffalo, not so much. They don't care. Rodgers is a machine to them. He had a couple runs yesterday where he was just running purposely. His over had to go over because, again, he had that 1 10-yard run. And that in itself, I would just think that, that pushed him over for the game. He was 28 for 35 and 273 yards, all over on that. And no, Josh Allen only had 33 yards. Wow. His over-under was 35.
Oh.
He had 11 tries, though. That's a lot.
And he had that one try that was 10 yards right there.
Yeah, at the end of the game. Yep. And him and Cook. Cook had 15 for 46. Lawrence ran the ball a few times, 6 for 31. I think he was 33. So both of them didn't go over. Mr. Rogers tonight, don't worry about him. He stays in the pen. He's not running anytime soon. I don't know if he runs even to get his paycheck, but he's not running tonight. We'll see what happens. Also, we got some college hoops tonight, and we'll check out the college hoops lines, see if any top 25 are playing. Had a big game the other night, UCLA. Some interest there, and it worked out for us, so we're very happy. Laying 11.5, they ended up covering. And I am looking at college hoops right now, and I don't see anything, any of the top 25 playing tonight, so they're not playing. We did go over the NBA. We did go over the NFL. And with the NFL, again, we got one game tonight. Houston, -3, 38 is the over-under. Rodgers rushing is only at 1.5 yards. I mean, most people don't think that Pittsburgh's going to win this game. Most people are going to go with Houston. But even if Rodgers runs one time 3 yards and they're ever winning at the end of the game, a kneel does affect it. So that's something you want to do, especially if you watch a whole game and you're rooting on, you got a W, then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I lost on that. So that would suck, no doubt about it. But I think the biggest upset of the weekend was the Niners, obviously going to Philadelphia, playing a team. They are the Super Bowl champs, and the Niners are so banged up. I mean, they got injuries all over the place, and they ended up pulling it out. Big play by the Niners at the end of the game. Jennings throws a pass to McCaffrey, and good all around.
I feel bad for George Kittle's, man. Another injury.
Yeah, it's Achilles. He's out. He's been pretty durable during the years. He gets hurt, but he plays through it. But this one, obviously, he's not playing through.
Nope.
And the Niners also adjusted their game. When he went out, they started going to the fullback. And that ends up changing things. They also went to their other receiver, I believe Robinson, and he had a big game for the Niners. He was somebody that nobody saw coming in and winning 23-19. He played good. I mean, Brock Purdy was 18 for 31. Yeah, Robinson had 111 yards, 6 catches, averaging 18. And one of the things he did at the very beginning, he caught the first pass and went like 50 yards. So right away, it was, went in to be 7-0. So that gives you a big boost when you're on the road and you're an underdog. You want to take the crowd out of that. Would not want to be in Philly today.
Oh, no.
Philly sucks anyway, but, man, it's cold, and the Eagles lose yesterday.
Are cheesesteaks on sale?
Cheesesteaks might be half price. I'm sure cheesesteaks are flying. I think people will be throwing them. But, yeah, it's one of those situations where, you know what, they're not going to be happy. Indiana's looked at like the new powerhouse. We'll see next year when Mendoza gets out of there and a couple other guys. But people are looking at them as a new powerhouse in college football. They were good last year, but this year they were better as they are undefeated, taking on the Canes, laying 7.5 over under 48.5. That'll be next Monday night in our backyard at Hard Rock Stadium. So forget about tickets, though. I mean, you want tickets to that game, you're going to have to give up your arm and leg. It's crazy the amount of money. It's supply and demand. Indiana travels very well. They were 95%, they said, at the Georgia Dome last week. So we'll see what happens again. Huge school, huge alumni.
Yep, they're 4-1 alumni based up to Miami.
Yeah, so, I mean, huge. And they've never been here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is their thing. And they're not like the Canes who've been in, 10 championship games, 12 championship games. This is the first time they've been in one. So I'm sure that their alumni is going to put out. And you're also coming down to Miami.
Exactly. You're coming to Miami from Indiana. I'm like, book me that trip right away if I'm an Indiana fan.
I mean, I think that's what it's going to come down to. But we'll see. But I hope we have enough fans in there from Miami. And I don't want it to be all Indiana. It is the Greek. It is the Greek Zone. Want to thank everybody on 1230 Gambler. Real Radio 921. Fox Sports 940 Miami. Appreciate all you guys. We're always sponsored by Duty Calls 813-800-7667. We are going to come back with Teddy Covers from Vegas, wagertalk.com. See what Teddy thinks about the Canes in Indiana. Also ask him about tonight's game. Big game tonight. Houston, younger, more aggressive at times with that defense. and where Mr. Rogers be his last game. Is he going to get kicked out of his neighborhood tonight in Pittsburgh? It is the Greek, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. Enter the nationwide keyword BANK at realradio921.com. That's BANK. Enter it now at realradio921.com.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
In Green Acres, Lake Worth Road shut down due to a crash westbound from Jock Road to Suncrest Road. Forest Hill Boulevard is your alternate. Boca Raton accident with a left lane blocked. 95 Express southbound at Glades Road. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Welcome to the most wonderful time of the year when millions of Americans open their credit card statements, scream in terror, and start looking for new ways to save money. If that's you, why not cut your wireless bill in half with a saver plan from Pure Talk? You'll get unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigs of high-speed data on a super-fast 5G network for just $20 a month. Ho, ho, ho. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will help you switch in minutes. Again, talk, text, and data for just $20 a month.
Hey, it's Franny, and one of my favorite things about Viome is how personalized everything is. I took their simple at-home gut test, and when my results came back, it wasn't just data, it was real guidance I could actually use. The Viome app breaks it all down for you and even gives you recipes tailored to your body and your food needs. So I'm not guessing what to eat or scrolling through recipes that don't work for me. It's simple, it's personalized, and it fits into real life. If you want to understand your body better, check out Viome, V as in Victor, IOME.com, and see what your body's been trying to tell you.
Hey, you, with the shopping cart. It's us, Leafy Greens.
Leafy what?
Greens. Delicious, locally grown leafy green vegetables. I'm romaine. This is arugula.
Hello.
Spinach.
Ahoy.
Escarole and endive.
Bonjour. Oh, yeah, the sandwich guys.
Oh, we're more than just a sandwich layer.
We add crunch to salads.
Flavor to soups. And a little je ne sais quoi to your pasta dishes.
That is, if you let us. For meals with personality, look for the Sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
Love music? Bring it to every room. With Sonos, you can play what you want, all around your home. Discover how easy it is to bring every room to life with incredible sound. Explore Sonos speakers, soundbars, and more at Sonos.com.
There comes a time for every entrepreneur when you'll turn off the lights, lock the door, and walk out of your business for the last time. The question is, will it happen on your terms? For years, the business has carried your name, your risk, your sacrifices. And when it's time to move on, it deserves more than a handshake deal or a guess what the valuation is. At Transworld Business Advisors, we help business owners plan their next chapter confidentially, professionally, and with respect for everything they built. I've been doing this for 30 years, and I've never seen a better market to sell your business. Now is the time to call Transworld Business Advisors and start that next chapter of your life. Call 833-SELL-FLA to get started. That's 833-735-5352 or visit tworld.com/Florida.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Did you know you have a right to settle that debt for much less than you owe? DebtBlue has helped people just like you resolve millions of dollars of high-interest credit card debt. They can help with payment relief, the burden of rising inflation, and have a large portion of your debt wiped clean. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, a free 10-minute phone call could save you thousands. Discover how to reduce or completely resolve your credit card debt. In fact, we're so sure that we can reduce your debt that we offer the DebtBlue Success Guarantee. We don't get paid unless your debt gets reduced or resolved, so there's absolutely no risk to call. For your free debt resolution plan, call 800-200-0788. That's 800-200-0788. The call is free. The consultation is free. The more you owe, the more you can save. Call now. 800-200-0788. 800-200-0788.
This is Jim. Hello. Jim started advertising with iHeartRadio way back in April. And now,
I have customers out the door.
And this is Sarah.
Hi.
She started putting a portion of her marketing dollars in podcasting back in June.
Business is booming. That's why I'm working on a Saturday.
Want to be like Jim and Sarah? It's easy. All you have to do is own or manage a business and reach out to iHeart. Get started today at 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
The new year means new resolutions, not just for your body, but for your finances as well. Did you know that financial health is directly related to your identity protection? This is why you need LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your subscription money back. Resolve to make your identity, health, and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Visit LifeLock.com and save up to 40% off your first year with a promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Okay, real talk. You're worth more, and your car's worth more at GimmeTheVin.com. They buy everything: cars, trucks, SUVs, even exotics. Rough, clean, average. They don't judge. From $3,000 to $300,000, and they come to you. Go to GimmeTheVin.com. Get an instant cash offer in 60 seconds. They even show up with check in hand. Top money, quick transaction. That's GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are cloudy for our Monday. It's a cooler day, though. Temperatures in the mid-70s, certainly cooler than yesterday. A few isolated showers are going to be possible, especially closer to the evening along our coastline. We're going to repeat this pattern again tomorrow. Skies remain mostly cloudy with temperatures in the mid-70s for your Tuesday and Wednesday afternoons.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance is making it easy to save money. When you bundle your auto policy with home, condo, or renters, you'll earn a multi-policy discount. Easy to bundle, easy to save. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
New year, new goals. And in this economy, a better money plan is more necessary than ever. I am Matt. And I'm Joel. We are from the How to Money podcast, and every week we help you to spend smarter, save more, and to make sense of what's going on out there.
If you want 2026 to be the year you finally feel in control of your money, we're here to give you the tools and advice to help you make it happen. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search How to Money, and listen now.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station where sports talk meets smart money. Welcome to the Greek Zone.
It is the Greek Zone on a Monday. Thanks for always tuning in to Greek Zone. Greek Zone is a sports handicapping show where you guys can get some information and also get some wisdom. Every day we have a handicapper, professional handicappers who join us 5 days a week. The Greek Zone is on 1230 Gambler, Real Radio 921, and Fox Sports 940 Miami. Always appreciate you guys getting involved with us, and we always try to give you a little bit of little knowledge. I think with sports betting, you need a couple of things. One of the things you definitely need is good luck. There's no doubt about it, and you need good information. Good information is always something you need, and you got to have some. Definitely, you got to have some money management. Those are the things that add up to it. And you got to have all those things to try to have successful. At the end of the day, you always need good luck. Here's a gentleman joins us on Mondays who enhances our good luck with good information. Teddy Covers joins us from WagerTalk.com. Teddy, what's happening, buddy?
I'll take good luck over good information any day of the week.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I agree with you 100 times. NFL wildcard weekend, wild for you or men's and men's?
No, it was pretty wild. I mean, there's certainly some surprises. I didn't think Carolina would play as well as they did, given the Rams everything they could handle, although that speaks to the Rams' defense a little bit. Obviously, the Bears rallying back from 18 down, that's what they've done.
Yeah.
If you've watched Chicago this year, maybe you played some the Bears' money line 10-1 at halftime. I did. So I enjoyed the second half of that ball game in that sense. I was very surprised by and I really think it was more Philadelphia bad than San Francisco good, and it was more L.A. Chargers bad than the New England Patriots good. I mean, the Chargers didn't look anything like they've looked.
A lot of chances down in the red zone, just could not get that ball in the end zone a couple times, especially in the beginning of the game.
And sure, they got stuffed early a couple times.
Yeah.
But there was no separation from any. I didn't see any open Chargers receiver at all in the entire game. It wasn't like, oh, that guy's wide open. Like Patriots had guys wide open, a handful of them. The Niners had a couple guys wide open. That's what all San Fran did was get 3 or 4 big plays. But I thought it was more Philadelphia bad than San Fran good. I thought it was more the Chargers bad than the Patriots good, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, and the Eagles just Super Bowl champs, but it didn't seem like it all year. All the bickering, all the problems off the field, some problems with the coach. I think there's going to be some changes there. I don't know who. The coach will probably come back, but maybe they give it to A.J. Brown. But they just didn't look in sync. They looked in neutral to me watching them yesterday, but for most part of the year.
Yeah, San Fran felt like the hungrier team yesterday.
Yep.
They played like the hungrier team yesterday.
Yep.
And again, Philly, the Eagles had chances to win. The Eagles had chances to cover.
Yeah.
But, for all the issues with the passing game, game on the line, fourth quarter, what happens? First, A.J. Brown drops a pass, and then Devontae Smith drops a pass. And Brown dropped, 3 of them in the game?
Yeah.
He catches any one of those 3, Philly probably wins. But he didn't. So, when your best players, when your veterans let the team down during crunch time, that's why you go home in January. But it really felt like San Fran was a hungrier team. They played like the hungrier team. And that's why the Eagles are going home today.
Talking to Teddy Covers from WagerTalk.com, there is a game tonight. Predominantly, I think more people are going to be betting on Houston. Green Bay is home with 3. You think there's any way Rodgers could pull this out, or all Houston? Too much defense.
So, is there a way? Of course, Rodgers can pull this out. It's not like Aaron Rodgers has never done this.
Mm-hmm.
He won last week and pulled it out as a home dog. Against you can say a comparable foe and a comparable situation. That being said, Rodgers pulled it out, and then the defense gave up 3 fourth quarter scores, except that the third one was they missed a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
So Pittsburgh's here. So
yeah.
You get that when a lot of times when a team doesn't play their best, but they get another chance, they can come back and play better. Certainly, we saw that. Think about the 49ers in Week 18 versus the 49ers in the wild card round yesterday. Very different looking team. Pittsburgh defensively has had their fair share of struggles, and from a defensive standpoint, it feels like a little bit of a mismatch. With one of the best defenses in the league against a defense that's not of that caliber, advantage Houston. But we've seen underdogs go 4-1 already in this round.
Yeah, crazy.
We've seen the home dogs cash in, including Carolina, et cetera, et cetera. So you can't be shocked that Pittsburgh wins this game. That being said, I think Houston's a better team. They deserve to be road favorites.
Teddy, looking at next week's lines, and I know Monday you always do the show you look at the early lines. And, again, I said something to you on Saturday about Green Bay being favored. I didn't think that they should have been. I thought Bears had. And how is Buffalo favored to Denver? Again, Denver, I don't know. I mean, they're 13. They have the most wins. They're home. I would think Denver would be 2 or 3. But I saw today in a Hard Rock app where -1.5 Buffalo.
Yeah, so my powering number for the game is basically a pick 'em or Bills -0.5 a point.
Okay.
So my number is very close to pick 'em. What we saw from Buffalo, and again, Buffalo is like if you rank the quarterbacks still standing right now, I'm ranking Josh Allen 1. I'm ranking him ahead of Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
So when you have the best QB still standing in the playoffs, you're live to win any game.
Okay.
And that's who Josh. And I mean, Josh Allen willed that team to victory yesterday, and he beat a Jaguars team that was playing as good as anyone in the league. So there's a lot of positive momentum for Buffalo. That said, the Bills' defense didn't answer any questions yesterday.
No.
It's a defense that has had their fair share of concerns and struggles. And it's a defense that's not easy to trust. So Denver has a superior defensive squad. But again, these two teams made the playoffs last year. In Buffalo, and it was Bills 31-7. It wasn't close. Benny Marks expect the rematch to be a lot closer. But I can understand why Buffalo's favored. When you look at this year's postseason, where it's a lot of teams that, San Fran's been there.
Yeah.
LA's been there. But it's a lot of teams that haven't been to the big game in a long, long time. And it sort of feels like, maybe it's Buffalo's year in that regard.
How about the Rams going to Chicago, laying 3.5? I was surprised the Rams. 14-0. They had the ball to 12. They go for it, and then they didn't get it, and then everything came apart for them. But what are your thoughts with that? Can the Bears pull it out again?
Oh, so if there's ever a team you want to bet when they're trailing, the Bears are that team this year, And when you do it once and twice and 3 times and 5 times and now 7 times
this
season, Chicago's been trailing at the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter and found a way to win the game. 7. So when you do that again and again and again, there's a level of confidence that comes with that. There's a level of belief in yourself and in your teammates. Can Chicago give the Rams a battle? Of course they can, especially when we're considering what LA's defense was not good down the stretch. We have this impression of the Rams defense as being this elite unit, and it hasn't been. It hasn't played like that in the better part of the last 2 months. Just got lit up by Bryce Young last weekend, and obviously they're facing the Bears are hit or miss offensively, but they've hit a fair few big plays, and they've certainly shown the ability. You want a team that has shown the ability to respond to adversity. You want a team that's resilient at this time of the year, not a team that cracks under pressure, and the Bears have certainly shown that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It really is. I don't know. I can't say I still believe in the Bears yet because they won all the games, but they come back in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable fourth quarter, 25-6. To me was unbelievable. And, the Packers twice, same team, same almost remedy watching it. They had to be thinking on the sidelines, like, what the hell's going on? We're doing this again. I think it's got to get to you after a while when they were playing.
From a Green Bay standpoint.
Yeah.
You can again when we look at the teams that lost this weekend. All right, there's one thing that really stood out to me. All right, we saw it from the Chargers, we saw it from the Packers, and we saw it from the Eagles. That was the third team. All three of them, the Chargers didn't really have much to play for, but they had they could have moved up a spot from 7th to 6th if they would have won at Denver. Philly, they didn't care about a home field advantage; they wanted to rest. We saw, 3 teams, Green Bay the third, that also decided, hey, yeah, we're going to let our starters sit in Week 18. And all 3 of those teams got bounced the next round in the first round of the playoffs. So there's something to be said for even if you have injuries, don't use Week 18 as a bye week. Once the momentum gets snapped, the Chargers, the whole second half of the season, that was a team that was kind of They were exceeding perhaps the talent level on the team. As soon as they got a chance to breathe, the performance level is the same. Same story with the Packers. As soon as you let the starters out and then put them back in a week later, it's hard to find that same magic. So I guess the right answer is don't rest anybody Week 18.
Yeah, I would guess, right?
You get injured. Yeah.
Talking to Teddy Cuz, WarriorTalk.com. Always nice enough to call me and give us some information. Next Monday, we will be having a holiday, and Indiana is taking on Miami, laying 7.5 after what they've done. They look pretty unstoppable. We won't be able to talk to you next Monday. You don't have to give us a pick, but what are your thoughts when you first saw this matchup, Indiana and Miami, and 7.5? Is that line where you thought it should be?
Yeah, it's already gone. The 7.5s are gone. The 8s are gone. I'm seeing 8.5s. I'm seeing 9s. I'm seeing 9.5s out there.
Wow.
It's been nothing but Indiana money.
Wow.
So at the start of the playoffs, I was talking about it with a friend of mine. I was talking about Indiana in particular, a guy who bets. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to I was talking about fading Indiana in the first round. And he looked at me square in the eye. He goes, haven't you learned your lesson with Indiana yet? Haven't you learned that lesson yet? And I looked at him, and my response is, yeah, you know what? I have. I have learned that lesson. I do not want to step in front of the Hoosiers. Thank you. Every once in a while you have a discussion with someone that just somebody clicks, and I'm like, my decision with Indiana games moving forward is real simple. I'm either betting on Signetti or I'm not betting on, or I'm not betting the game. So it's that case here as well. And we've seen the markets move. I mean, there's been steady Indiana money right from the open. So whether we see more of it, I don't know. But when you watch, again, there's only been one team in 2 years that's been able to survive we got the first round bye.
It's Indiana.
And to see them do what they did against Alabama, then follow up the next week and do it again against Oregon. I'm not stepping in front of Indiana. It's Hoosiers are past, but obviously there's no cheap price to lay here with the money pouring in on a team that has back-to-back blowout.
Yeah, for us here, I guess we're in Hard Rock and Florida, and the line's still 7.5, and I would assume that's when everybody betting the Canes down here. I mean, that's what I'm assuming because my buddy was in Vegas yesterday, and he said, there's no 7.5, Greek. And I was like, we still have 7.5. So if you like Indiana, maybe this is the time that you should still bet them because with a week away, you're definitely going to find yourself to be laying more and more points. And could you ever see it going double digits across the country, maybe to 10? No?
No. I expect at some point we're going to see Miami buy back from the Wise. The Wise guys are going to be on Miami. The Wise guys are the ones, they don't care, that Indiana's covered all these, and they don't care if they lost 15 bets in a row against Indiana. They'll go for the 16th. That's just the nature of what they do. And I'm looking now at my OddsLogic live odds screen. We just added Hard Rock.
Okay.
So now we get the Hard Rock live lines, and I'm seeing the 7.5 that you mentioned. Mm-hmm. I got to scroll. I don't have Hard because there's no Hard Rock in Vegas, so I have to. Yeah. I got to scroll to the right to
pick it up.
But yeah, and there are a couple of 7.5s out there, but not in Vegas, and not in Vegas.
We got some NBA tonight. Anything for the audience, Teddy, that you're leaning toward, or any team that? One of the things traditionally you have said to me, and it always used to work, it always works out, is in all three sports, you've always said, hey, this team's ready to roll. This team's ready to go on a little bit of a run. Watch them. And then more times than not, you are 100% correct. Is there anybody in the NBA you're watching that you're saying, hey, little look? And also, you always said something about home teams when they come back after a road trip, that first night, they're not that good.
Sure. So a couple different things to unpack there. Let's talk about one team that I got my eye on right now. That's the Philadelphia 76ers. Mm-hmm. Philly is, what are they about? I think they're a couple games over 500. Just look at what their record. They lost in overtime last night. Yeah, they're 5 games over 500 right now. Philly's good.
Yeah, you said it.
And they played most of the first half of the season. Missing Embiid, missing Paul George, missing the several key pieces. The young talent there. It's not just Maxey and Edgecombe, by the way, who's as good as any rookie this season. There's a lot of things to like about Philadelphia moving forward. I think there's money to be made with the Sixers right now, and they're coming off that OT loss to Toronto yesterday. I wouldn't argue with coming back with the 76ers again today against a Raptors team that's pretty banged up, and they fought and got their W, and these, played 2 games in the same city in back-to-back nights. No hesitation. When the better team lost the first meeting, back in the second meeting, give me the 76ers tonight, minus the 3 in Toronto.
All right, interesting there with the Sixers. Our Heat have not been playing well. They were for a while, but the last 3 games they seem to take a step back. Get beat last night by Oklahoma City. Lose by 12. They're a team that could be also pretty streaky. How about in college? Anybody in college? Go ahead.
So there was a great quote from Spoelstra.
Okay.
When Tyler Hero and Hero was coming back in the lineup, and Bam Bam was coming back in the lineup, and Jaime Jaquez was coming back in the lineup. All 3 guys had missed time, but Hero was the one who missed the most time. And the quote from Spoelstra is, it might take us a couple of games to regain our rhythm.
Okay.
To work these guys into the rotation. So we see it happen all the time. The superstar comes back in the lineup, and guess what? The team loses 3 in a row. Why? The rotation minutes are changing. The guys who were free taking whatever shot they wanted, now they have to defer to somebody else. And there's an adjustment period when stars come on and off the court, especially after extended periods. So Miami's struggles this past week is no surprise. You've been paying attention to what the coach is saying. But again, what's the upside for the Heat this year? They're not a 50-win team.
No.
Their upside is above 500 and a first-round win. If things go right for Miami, and that's they'd have to go pretty right for them to do to accomplish that. So when it comes to college basketball right now, we talked on Saturday. I talked about how the concept of a team like Michigan is so good,
but too high. Yep, and it happened Saturday.
Statistical, yep. And that's very, very real. Beware of these teams that have elite statistical profiles over the first half of the season. It's really hard to match those numbers over the second half, and the betting markets are going to overvalue those teams again and again and again. You ask me right now, Michigan, as good as they are,
too high.
I'd rather bet against Michigan the next 10 games than on.
Teddy Covers, always appreciate your time on the Greek Zone on Fox Sports Miami 940. Let everybody know how they can follow you, get information.
The website, wagertalk.com. Visit my homepage, wt.buzz/TC, and follow me on X at Teddy_Cover.
Teddy, have a good night. Cash some tickets, and we'll talk sooner than later, my friend.
Amen.
Thank you, buddy. It is the Greek. You guys have a good Monday night. Big game tonight. I'm going to go with Rodgers' attempts and completions. That's my pick for you guys tonight. Be back tomorrow on the Greek Zone, and we'll break down some more NFL and college. Peace.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, it's Rover. Everything costs more these days. Real Radio is here to help with $1,000 in your hand. Concert tickets? Done. New gear? Easy. Stock up for a big game party? Absolutely. Your wallet deserves a win for once. So listen for the keywords and enter at realradio921.com. $1,000 in your hand on Real Radio is sponsored by Greenway Kia.
Start the new year in a brand new Kia from Greenway Kia in West Palm Beach. Kick off 2026 with fresh rides, exciting features, and amazing lease offers on the newest models. New year, new keys, new you.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Palm Beach Gardens, it's planned roadwork slowing us down I-95 North. This is your ramp to PGA Boulevard East. Right lane of that off-ramp is blocked. Boca Raton crash, left lane blocked. 95 Express southbound at Glades Road. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. And most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit